Episode 12, Youqin's consciousness dissipates. Desire fragments can be resurrected. A lot of black energy suddenly appeared in the ruins. Everyone thought that Xiaodian Youqin was destined to die. Only Youqin ran to the edge of the cliff and kept shouting. Her voice reached Xiaodian Youqin's ears, reminding him that she had once. As he said those words, fearlessness suddenly appeared in his heart, and he triggered the tenfold golden body of immortality, and his consciousness returned. He tried his best to repair Guishu and then flew to Guishu Island. Seeing that he was not dead, everyone relaxed their minds, and even Xinyuan ignored him. Xiaodian Youqin told Yi Tan that Guishu has been completely repaired, and no one will be injured by Guishu in the future. Xiaofeng suggested to attack, because he thought that Xiaodian Youqin was at the end of his battle when he returned from repairing and returning to the ruins. Unexpectedly, Xiaodian Youqin used his tenfold golden body with his last breath and repelled Xinyuan's army. Xiaodian Youqin was seriously injured and fell down after spitting out a mouthful of blood. Youqin held him in his arms and was sent back to the heaven to heal his injuries. However, when Xiaodian Youqin was repaired and returned to the ruins, it was already at the end of his battle, and he exhausted his last energy to repel Xinyuan's army. The three immortals tried their best to treat him, but they couldn't change the result of his spiritual consciousness dissipating. This time he was successful in mocking the wind. King Li gave him the right to rectify the soldiers and horses, and Dingyun beat him up. King Li didn't listen to his words, but thought that he was ineffective in killing the enemy and wanted to shirk his responsibility. Gu Haichao was the first to think of Qingkue, who was still in Linghun Cave, and reminded Xiaofeng in time. Xiaofeng and Gu Haichao followed Dingyun and Wu Dai to arrive at Linghun Cave. Fortunately, Si Chao of Linghun Cave got the news and took Qingkue away before the two highnesses came down. Xiaodian Youqin God died, and Youqin returned to Tianpeiwen in a daze. Di Lan never knew that although Xiaodian Youqin's consciousness had dissipated, the red eyes on Youqin's body had not yet been released. Fei Qi came to inform Yi Tan, asking her to go to Jirxiaolingdian as soon as possible. Tianhou and Xingheng asked for orders to resurrect Xiaodian Youqin, because it was recorded in the scriptures in the book bag that people of the gods, as long as there are fragments of divine consciousness left in the world, even if the body is turned into ashes, it can still regenerate the present world. The Emperor of Heaven disagrees with the resurrection of Xiaodian with a Qin, because the desires in the mysterious realm are full of emotions and desires, including violence, greed, and evil desires. If he is revived with this spiritual consciousness, not only will he not welcome back the pillars of the gods, but will create an insatiable monster. Yi Tan stood up and accused the Emperor of Heaven, and both she and Qing Heng were imprisoned in their respective halls. Earlier, she learned from Si Chao that Xinyuan's army went to Guishu to fight the gods, and it was extremely dangerous. She was worried that Xiaofeng would be in danger. Now that he is safe and sound, Qingkue finally breathed a sigh of relief. Yi Tan, slowly, and Hu Xian were imprisoned in Tianpeiwen. They were worried that the Xian realm would collapse completely, and when the hope of saving Xiaodian Youqin was dashed, Langshan secretly threw the token on the ground and successfully set Yi Tan free. On the way to the mysterious realm, they encountered patrolling heavenly soldiers and many immortals, but they all turned a blind eye to Yi Tan. Presumably, everyone wanted her to go to the profound realm to retrieve Xiaodian Youqin's divine consciousness, and then revive her, and only Yi Tan can enter the profound realm with her red eyes. Fei Qi reminded her that she only has half an incense stick of time. Later, Yi Tan protected the three pieces of desire consciousness, but the profound realm had all collapsed, and the consciousness fell from the heaven and disappeared, slowly turning into its original form, catching Yi Tan, who also fell. Dingyun was severely punished in Linghun Cave, and Princess Li reminded him that he must keep an eye on Xiaofeng from now on. Xiaodian Youqin's three pieces of consciousness have already descended to the lower realm, and Shangxian can't find her whereabouts. Only Yi Tan goes down to search for her, and makes these three pieces of consciousness fall in love with her, so that she can be brought back and revived.